Hi guys. Okay, I'm back home now. It's about I guess about 4 o'clock Saturday. As you know from video 1 and 2, Maudeline was in a car accident this morning about 11:30. She had gone to the salon to get her hair braided, and she was on her way back home, and she was headed east on 2nd Avenue here in Asbury Park, and the street before the main road, I showed y'all that in video number 2, is called Memorial Drive. Now, she said that she had the right-of-way, and so she was coming down 2nd, headed east, and that the guy that was going down Memorial had the stop sign, and she said that he didn't stop, and he hit her on the passenger side, and then she spun around, and you saw where she hit that utility pole. Well, just now when I came by there, I saw where she had the stop sign. So I asked her, I said, Maudeline, did you stop? And she said, oh, I don't even know. So, you know, it doesn't even matter at this point. Right now, we just have to try to make sure that her lip heals and that she recovers, you know, mentally and physically. Now, the x-rays of her neck and back came back good. She doesn't have any loose teeth. You know, but I know she's going to be sore for a few days. Of course, she doesn't have her little car. She's only had for 2 weeks. But anyway, she called me and she was just hysterical, you know. So I said, calm down and tell me where you're at. So she said it's 2nd Avenue and Memorial. So I was in the kitchen filming the dirty rice that I was making for y'all today. So I just had to stop, but I will upload. I'm going to finish it, and I will upload that tomorrow. The New Orleans Cajun dirty rice. But we're both just, you know, I thank God that she's okay, but it's nerve-wracking and it's disappointing. You know, she had such high hopes, and she was supposed to work today. She did get the job at the gas store at the outlet mall, and she was scheduled to work this afternoon. But anyway, after the guy hit her, he got out of the car and came over and just looked in at her, and then he takes off running. So, I mean, even if she did run the stop sign, you know, I don't think that she would be found guilty. You know, I'm sure that her insurance will still pay for it. She did get full coverage insurance on it through Progressive, because she did have to finance, you know, the balance after she paid. I think she paid about a $2,000 down payment. It was a $6,000 car. But anyway, what happened, the airbag didn't, activate or deploy, whatever the word is. So she, you know, hit the steering wheel with full force, and it didn't just bust her lip, y'all. It just gouged out a big old piece of her skin, and it looked like a piece of her muscle was protruding. So when we got to the ER, I didn't ride with her in the ambulance, but I did follow the ambulance there. When we got there, the ER doctor examined her and said that she said that the piece of skin was gone, and you know, there was no way that she could even stitch it back onto her lips. But there happened to be a dental surgeon there. There is a pediatric hospital there, and I think he had come into the ER to stitch up a little toddler's tongue or something that had fallen and bit its tongue. So he happened to be there. So he came in and looked at her, and he found the piece of skin. It was all covered in blood, you know, so it was hard to even tell. But there was a piece of skin laying over on the right side of her lip. So he said that he could stitch it up. So, you know, I was in there with her, and I held her hand and everything, and he numbed it, which hurt, you know. But he you know, put that piece of skin over, and he put 6 little stitches in her bottom lip. And after he finished, it already looked so much better. And the x-rays of her neck and her back came out okay. So he gave her a prescription for Keflex, so she's going to be on that for either 7 to 10 days. So we dropped that off at Walgreens, and then I took her to McDonald's and got her a strawberry banana smoothie. And she was able to, put the straw on the side of her mouth and slurp it. So I bought her some yogurt, liquid yogurt, and some Gatorade. And I've got a chicken thigh, 2 chicken thighs thawing out. So I'm going to, make her up some good old homemade chicken broth. And she can at least drink that through a straw. But I just wanted to ask y'all to please pray for her. Now, I held her hand and we had prayer while the surgeon went out to get all of his supplies that he needed, to stitch her lip. And I just prayed, and we prayed that God would please just let him be able to fix her lip, and so that she wouldn't have to have plastic surgery. And he did. So, I thank you, dear God, for answering our prayers. And but y'all, she's got a big road ahead of her to have to travel to, with all of this insurance, and her little car's probably totaled. I just don't know. We won't know. But, her mama doesn't even speak English. She has a half brother and half sister. They aren't really that involved in her life. And I do what I can. I do love her, and I want to do everything I can to help her, but there are limits on what I can do, But y'all, please just pray for her, and pray for me that I will have the strength that I'm going to need to help her. And I just want to thank y'all, and thank you so much for being here for me. I appreciate it. Bye, guys.